Earthquake. That's the word that we use, the word picture that we use to describe for women who've just found out that their husband or boyfriend has been unfaithful. And that is appropriate, and that is disorienting and awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, what we're going to talk about is what comes next. And that is equally disorienting, because this phase where you probably are right now is a roller coaster. A roller coaster of emotion, a roller coaster of heart, mind, and body. If that feels right, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What is a phrase you hear often, or an understanding that you've held on to now after talking with so many women who have gone through betrayal and moved from the earthquake and now to the roller coaster?
I don't feel like myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to be like throughout the day. I can't get grounding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I am. And I don't like the feeling of it. I want to find some level ground.
Mm-hmm. And you can go like extreme emotions, right? There's this rage, and then you're numb, and then you're lonely, and you're teary, and then you're angry again. And that's all appropriate.
Yeah, and that's a lot in a day,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Numb to rage and anger. And you don't want to be like that, and you want to be yourself, and you've lost yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so scary,
Mm-hmm.
just like a roller coaster.
Oh, and it's so hard to even just listen to on this side as a coach. I mean, my heart just goes up and down, and I find myself like, Jesus, will you settle me even as I'm listening?
Yeah, like I felt my heart drop.
Mm-hmm. Or your gut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I get angry too. So,
Yes, me too.
I think what's very intentional about our conversation about this roller coaster is that we're going to look at it in three careful ways. And one is the psychoeducation around it. So sometimes if you can understand with your head and name with your mind something that you learn that settles your gut a little bit, right? Or calms your heart rate. So let's get into some of the psychoeducation around betrayal.
Which I love, because whenever you're educated, you start to feel a little bit more steady and empowered,
Mm-hmm.
because everything up to that point is free reign, and there's no stability and no wisdom and no feeling of a direction or a roadmap maybe. And so I think education, psychoeducation, is a great place to start.
I love it. I love it. So one of the words that I hear a lot is, I feel stupid. So I love that you're saying that, because you're not stupid. And let's fill your brain with some knowledge so that you do feel empowered. Where do we begin?
I would begin with that it's an attachment trauma. And that this relationship that you committed to, believed was going to be faithful, supportive, honest, instantly changed. So you then feel detached, alone, forgotten, abandoned. And so that attachment, when you made either an engagement or you made the wedding day, you really believed was going to be that other half of support and stability. And then it feels ripped out from you. And so it's destabilizing, and then brings the trauma responses where your brain is trying to answer, am I safe? And then hence the roller coaster of emotions and feelings.
Because a lot of times, especially in attachment, those 4 pillars of being seen, soothed, safe, and secure. My goodness. Those, like you said, very accurately are just ripped.
Right.
This is your person.
Yeah. That you're going to go through life together.
Yeah.
And you're going to build a family and you're going to be there for each other. I mean, that is that secure, seen,
Mm-hmm.
soothed,
Mm-hmm.
safe. And then instantly it feels like gone and you're abandoned.
Like right away, I feel like the drop.
Yeah, the drop on the
roller coaster. Yeah, this is your person. It feels stable, it feels safe. And so this is an attachment trauma. And your brain reacts by asking, am I safe? What does that look like when your brain starts doing that? What does that look like in real life practically?
Well, am I safe? Do I rely on you?
Mm-hmm.
Do I tell you things that are going on in my life? I can't, I shouldn't. I then retreat. I feel, an array of like, I want to talk to you, but you're not safe. Who do I talk to? Who do I go to? Right? And do I have safe others in my life that can hold what I feel and what my emotional state, the ups and downs? So, yeah, on an everyday level, it's who do I talk to? How do I find stability, security again?
All those questions. It's not, to me, now it feels like we're going the up, and you're just building with all these questions. So I imagine that if your brain is doing this, your eyes are scanning, like looking for clues, looking for reassurance or for validation of like, you are bad, or I am stupid, or I'm right and you're wrong. I mean, imagine your eyes do that. And then what else? Like palms, are you eating? Practically real life, this attachment trauma has real consequences.
Yeah, right. Am I sleeping? Am I eating? Am I taking care of myself? Which is, the basics of like helping those nervous system states that go from high to low, low to high, right? Numb to angry. And I mean, really until you find some safety and support, you're on high alert.
Okay, so now when we've gone through naming it as attachment trauma and what that can look like, let's go to this next part of explaining the swings. This wide range of emotion that can really take you throughout the day and leave you wiped out. I know I know some of the ones that I feel listening for these women, and I have heard the rage. I've heard the rage. I'm sure you've heard it too.
Yes. And before we start, you're not broken if you're having these swings, right? But they feel unpredictable. They can come at any time. In your gut that this was wrong. And you find yourself wanting to defend yourself and protect yourself. And anger feels like the safest way to do that. Guard up. Defend.
It feels appropriate.
Because it is wrong.
It is. And thank you for the reminder that we're not broken to feel those things. C.S. Lewis has this quote, I sat with my anger long enough to learn her name was grief.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. And I sat with my anger long enough. I didn't shame myself for it. With this education, you learn that it's a body response because of the trauma of the attachment being broken,
Mhm.
that you're looking, your brain is scanning for safety, and it doesn't know where to find it.
Yeah.
So it feels threat and anger, and then grief.
Mm.
Grief will follow.
Yeah. It's hard to sit in these strong emotions and these appropriate emotions. It is hard to sit. And that's where I always want to remind our listeners that we are here.
Definitely.
We are here. We don't want you to do this alone. When you can't find someone to talk to in your circle, when that doesn't feel safe, please consider and remember that we are safe and we are here.
And we can hold and sit with anger. Because soon enough, anger does turn to grief.
It does. And then these tears that a lot of times the tears are frustrating, like almost shameful. Why do they carry so much shame?
Well, how did this happen to me?
Yeah.
What is wrong with me that this happened to me?
How did I miss it? What should I have done differently? And it's not on you. This was his choice. It is important to sit with these emotions, as hard as that sounds.
Unfortunately, the only way is through. And when you feel heard, either through coaching or a friend that can handle these different states that you feel, it does begin, it does heal.
It does heal. I love that the acknowledgement of our brain scanning for safety, and in the meantime, our bodies are expressing the truth through clenched fists or a clenched jaw. That's the rage. Through tears, that's the grief. The fact that your heart, your core still wants, like, longing, right? You still want, you miss, you need this connection. This is your person. Your body's a truth teller. And while your brain is busy doing all this other stuff, rightfully so, your body's moving through a lot of these emotions.
And I really appreciate you being able to name what your body is doing. It's moving through these states.
Your body is good, and it's going through so much.
And I think the psychoeducation that feels helpful, like an anchor to somebody who is like, I'm numb, I'm in bed, I can't function, to I'm angry. Oh, there's a name for this, right? There's names for these things.
Yes.
That. Oh, and so I could read about it. Oh, other women are going through this.
Exactly. I love that you even named numbness, because that is something that we definitely, if you feel it, that shutdown is real. And that is something important to acknowledge, that I can't get out of bed, or I can't move.
Right. I have no feeling.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you're talking about a roller coaster of rage and anger. I feel nothing. And that's equally scary.
It is.
And it needs permission and a voice to say that, and safety to be able to say that to somebody.
Right. So in a way, these emotions are protective. what is something, or is there something to do as you name these emotions? Or is it enough to name it? Like, okay, this is where I am today. Is that enough?
Well, it's a start,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, naming it, sitting with it, not, um, being allowed to feel that a few days, months in a row, um, and somebody that just maybe places their hand on your shoulder and is I'm here I'm here while you're naming numb.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't that feel good?
Mm-hmm.
I think also when you can name it, it takes kind of the shock off of it, right? Like instead of what's coming next, you might not know or be able to predict what's coming next. So know that it's unpredictable, know that it's appropriate, and also naming it like, oh, here it is. I'm crying, and this is right.
This is right, and it's a way of my body releasing some tension and fear and release, and it's a hard place to be.
So on this roller coaster, though, what's hard is you want that person next to you probably to be your husband, your boyfriend. You want them to be there or to share this with them. How appropriate is that?
Well, I think it depends on the circumstances and the stage that you're in, right? The levels of safety. I mean, if it's at the beginning of a discovery, right now, like they're the threat, right? They might not be the safest person right now. If there's lack of ownership, lack of empathy, those then increase the lack of unsafety. Now, as you're moving through these emotions, right, and they are becoming safe and can handle your roller coaster ride and not asking you to get off, or you're too much, or this ride is too confusing for me, like all of those impede, right, that safety with that person.
Yes, they do.
So, I just want to acknowledge that, yes, you want it to be that person, and they're unable to right now, perhaps.
So there is, this is your ride. This is your ride. So pay attention to yourself. And there's these emotions that we've described are not soft by any means. There's a whiplash here, right? So how that switching fast between all these emotions, that's hard. What does that look like on a Tuesday afternoon when you've got kids to pick up, or maybe you don't, maybe you have work, or maybe you have both work and the kids, or maybe you're going to school. The whiplash is something to hear that's appropriate also, right?
Yes, and as you were describing that, it's hard. It is hard to be in these emotional states while trying to work and take care of your kids. And so if you can hear anything from us, is we care and we know how hard it is. And it is waves, and it is depending on the level of how high and low you feel, maybe it is getting some breaks and time off, and especially in early discovery, not forcing yourself through if you have to, right? Your career is in such a place that you can't, but it's your weekends that you can decompress, get breaths, get time away. For it's a necessity.
Yes. Get the babysitter so that you can feel the feelings.
Yes.
So you can sit with it, so you can name it. that is a wonderful reason to get a babysitter,
Mhm.
to get somebody to help out.
Get your friends to come over.
Mhm.
Swap, right?
Mhm.
Um, when your spouse gets home for dinner, go out to a bookstore, to a drive,
Yeah.
for a walk, a long walk.
Mhm.
Really getting some good self-care.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's really kind of state of emergency sometimes, really getting that care
It-
for these emotions. It really is.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. And what's unfortunate or just reality, what's reality is that there is no like, oh, well, in 3 months, you'll be off the roller coaster. In 6 months, you'll be off the roller coaster. That's just not real.
The roller coaster will be there, and it's not a time frame, but we're here to gently offer some, like, picture us on the ride,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Picture us on this ride, and picture
Mhm.
there is a way to honor the roller coaster ride with care and support
Mhm. Mhm.
and breath, and right, we're not trying to offer like quick fixes,
Mhm.
but we do want to say we care about this, and we want to just name it and be with you in it.
Yeah. And that space is sacred, and that is what we're here for. And also, even just your offering that we'll be on the roller coaster with you kind of makes me, no, I don't want to, only because I hate roller coasters. And so this conversation feels really visceral for me, like this up and down. And so, I asked ChatGPT, I was like, hey, when you don't like roller coasters, how do you do it?
I love it.
Right? Because you've got to do it. There is no avoiding this.
Mhm.
And you've got to go through it. You've got to go through it. So how do we ride this roller coaster with you? Well, one idea is to hold on to the handles. That's actually what ChatGPT says, is hold on to the handles in order to feel secure while you're riding. You can hold on to the bars or handles. So holding on to something physically, whether it's the pen that you use to journal out your feelings, to scribble out your feelings, whether it's a branch from a weeping willow that you can just run your fingers down the branches and hold on to something. Hold on, even like put your hand on your chest and take a deep breath. That's a good way to hold on to the bars.
Yeah, even as you were sharing, I was even picturing like a cross, holding a cross in your hands.
I have one, like this little.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I hold on to this one, and then
Right, and squeeze it.
yeah,
And then let go.
right.
Yeah.
And then the second tip is to take a deep breath as the ride starts. So as you are able to, through this attachment trauma, be able to say, oh, here comes anger. Take a nice deep breath. Here comes anger, and I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling it in my heart. I'm feeling it in my toes. I'm feeling it in my clenched fists and my jaw. I'm feeling it. And take a deep breath. This is where you are right now.
Mm-hmm. Like a wave, like it, allowing it to ride the wave of the anger, and ride it, and then see the wave kind of. No wave stays up in the air.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
No wave at the ocean stays all the way up. It comes down.
And I've never seen a roller coaster just go straight up.
Right.
It has to come
down.
Okay, well, there's a little bit of wisdom that I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Really, thank you for that. And yes, as you feel the grief, take a deep breath. Here comes grief. I feel the tears coming. Thank you, eyes, for making my tears. Thank you, body, for saying what I can't even say. Number 3 might be my favorite because I am Andrea. Try screaming to calm your nerves. And we laugh about it, but
No,
it's so good.
yes, out the window, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Get on that drive and roll the windows down and let it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let it rip.
Mm-hmm.
Not once,
Mm-mm.
as many times.
Yes. There's such a release. Don't hold it all in. It's all so tight inside. To scream really good is,
Yeah.
it feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really necessary. Number 4 says close your eyes if you're afraid of heights.
So close your eyes if you're afraid of heights. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a new phase of being scared of heights. So, yeah, close your eyes.
Yeah, close your eyes. Number 5 says keep your eyes open if you've experienced nausea. When it becomes too much. Lord, keep my eyes open.
And help me see something else,
Mm-hmm.
right? The situation does become ginormous. Keep my eyes open, God, to see a flower, a butterfly, a friend's face, a friend's kindness.
Mm-hmm. And number 6, don't feel pressured to ride.
If there is that conversation that you can walk away from, walk away from. If there's the beginning of a conversation that you know won't end well, say, I'm not ready. Excuse yourself. Girl, I know that's easier said than done, but if you do it one time, you'll do it 2 times. Like conversations after 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. If they end up in a brawl, try not to have them.
Don't feel pressured to ride.
Mm-hmm.
This is goofy AI, right? About how to get through a roller coaster. But my gosh, it became a prayer involving this knowledge, this empowerment to name, and then to be able to use your body to hold on to something, to take a deep breath, to scream, to close your eyes, to open your eyes, and to say, no, not now, to walk away. So I pray that this conversation has been a blessing to your mind, a blessing to your heart, a blessing that you're not alone, and to your precious body to do what it can do on this roller coaster.
Thank you so much, Andrea.
Thank you, Anne. This is awesome.